Yeah, Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card Mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card Mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. About to raise the bar, wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk, Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card Mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do? What it do? It's Taco Tuesday, so you know what that means. Hey, the terrific two are here to talk sports, baby. That is myself, Wildcard Mar, and of course, Randy Weber. We are back in the building, and hey, my man is feeling real good, feeling real great because he got a team in the NBA Finals.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I told y'all, I've been telling y'all for a minute now, I didn't want to hear nothing about the Celtics. I didn't want to hear nothing about the Pistons. I didn't want to hear nothing about the Cavs. The Knicks should have been, and I said this at the beginning of the playoffs. I said this early in the season. Should have been the favorites to come out of the East. And look what happened.
Wow.
Did I predict that it would be a historic playoff run of dominance? No, I didn't.
No.
But it's deserved. It is exactly what should have happened. And we're here now.
Hey, since we're there, let's just go ahead. I'm gonna let you pop your shit, all right? But let's do it this way. What are the that's a silly question. I already know how Knicks nation is feeling. Y'all are feeling geek like a motherfucker right now. Give me your keys to why the Knicks will win this finals.
All right, keys to why the Knicks will win this finals. So obviously the main issue is Wemby. That's your game planning for Wemby more than anything else.
Yep.
I think that is potentially to our advantage because I do think they're a relatively heliocentric team. Whereas even though the Knicks used to be, in the Tibbs years, they were also a very heliocentric team with Brunson save us ball being the strategy down the stretch. We haven't really been that under Mike Brown. Very much more egalitarian team. Landry Shamit's really broken out in these playoffs, having an awesome playoff series. I think the main thing is who can lock up Wemby. And I think that Cat has been playing the best defense he's been playing in this playoffs throughout his entire career. His defense has been significantly better than it ever has been. He's really locked into that.
I was about to say this might be the best he's ever played in his life.
Yeah, I think so too. So the question is, can he be the way to lock up Wemby? Despite how good he's been, I don't know if I necessarily trust him to lock up someone like Wemby. But I think Mitch could. I think if you get Mitch those good minutes, and granted, you don't want to have him out for crazy long stretches, but if Cat can do just enough in Cat's minutes, and then you send Wemby out there to lock up, you send Mitch out there to lock up Wemby, I think you can make that work. I think Mitch is so much bigger of a body than Wemby is. Wemby's obviously taller and longer, but
Yeah.
just on pure mass, Mitch really should be able to bully him around in the post. Might have to force him to score from the perimeter, and he's very good at that. But the strength of Wemby is how dominant he can be in the post. If you can just minimize that, not even necessarily take it away, just minimize that, then that helps you tremendously. Josh Hart's biggest issue has been the fact that teams feel relatively comfortable leaving him open to shoot. One, Josh Hart did prove in game 2 against the Cavs that you should not just leave him open, that he can punish you for that. He can make you pay for that.
He has to.
Yes. So he has to step up and take those shots and make those shots. But also, Stephon Castle on the other side,
Oh my gosh,
has the same issue, and he hasn't really fixed it.
Well, he has a turnover problem.
Yes, he does too.
He has a and I don't mean to cut you off, but right when you said his name, I'm like, oh shit, that's one of my biggest weaknesses for San Antonio is get the ball out of Castle's hand. Don't even let him hold it for more than 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Right,
giving it up in that Western Conference Finals, bro.
Right, and that's a big problem. That's your starting point guard. If you can't trust him to hold the ball for too long, that's not good. I mean, look, well, I'm sure they'll just have De'Aaron Fox do it, but like De'Aaron Fox has been in and out of the lineup. I don't know if he's going to be healthy. Certainly for all of the final series, we don't know how healthy he's going to be. So you do have issues there. The team is very guard heavy outside of Wemby. If you look at all of their other best players, they're all guards.
Redundant positions.
Yes, exactly. I think the Knicks are a more well-rounded team, but most importantly, even outside of all of that, we've shown we can beat the Spurs. We beat them in the NBA Cup, and we ended in a separate game their 11-game winning streak in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
We've proven that we've had the Spurs number, and Wemby does like to play with his food with the Knicks. He doesn't respect us, and that will be his biggest downfall.
Yep. I'm glad you said it. I was like, how is everybody not talking about that? Because I thought Wemby was not taking the Knicks big serious at all. And I think you hit a lot of the main talking points that I kind of was thinking about for the Knicks to win this series is Mitchell Robinson needs to do pretty much what Isaiah Hartenstein did and just be a nuisance. But I'm going to caveat this and say, but in the clutch times, in the big times, fourth quarter, last 5 minutes, Cat needs to be on him.
Yeah.
I look. I don't want none of this Dodgers smoke shit from Wemby in this round. No, sir. I saw enough of that with Chet. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Cat can't play pussy ball, and Cat hasn't been. Cat, despite his reputation as being soft that he earned in Minnesota, he has not been that in New York. And certainly when it comes to going against other top bigs, I mean, like the way he's played against Embiid, like he was straight up scrapping with him. And Embiid is a much more intimidating presence than Wemby.
Wemby, yes. I'm 10 toes down with you on that. But I'm just saying, I'm saying it right now, so there's no confusion before this series start. I'm okay with Cat not guarding Wemby 40 minutes. I'm okay with that. But the 8 minutes need to be the impactful, most important minutes of the fourth quarter.
Right. You don't necessarily want Mitch in those moments because they're just going to do hack and Mitch. So you want to be able to get Cat in there and for him to do his job defensively.
Not just hack and Mitch, which is probably a thing that I would, if I'm Mike Brown, I'm watching Mitchell Robinson's minutes towards in relative to the time on the clock. Like if it's crunch time, all right, I got to get you off the floor, bro.
Right.
And so my point is let Mitchell Robinson do all the dirty work, and then let Cat, run him like you've been doing, almost Draymond Green-esque, Nikola Jokic-esque, as in running the offense through him as the big guy, and let him eat that. But when it comes to those last 8 minutes, I need you on Wemby, and I don't need no buts about it. I don't need no excuses. I don't need to hear nothing. I'm saying this now, Randy, because at the end of the day, there's got to be somebody that has to take a role to stop, not to stop Wemby, but you got to slow him down, because nobody stopping him is a lot to ask for. But I need somebody to at least take on the challenge to say, hey, man, I'm going to slow you down, big fella. Because at the end of the day, we know Chet was not it. He was not going to be the one. And we saw clear as day, he wanted zero smoke.
Yeah. No, that's true. He was straight up playing like a bitch. It was really bad. And I mean, he just, for someone who came in second behind Wemby, ironically, for depoy voting, for him to then play that badly against him and make himself a trade candidate, that's crazy.
See, that's why you my dog. It's because I said that at the end of the day, when you are literally in contention to be defensive, keyword defensive, player of the year, I cannot have you being scared to play defense.
Yes. And it wasn't even, the defense was bad enough. He only had 2 field goal attempts in game 7. He was a mess completely. And it was a game 7. They had a chance the whole they were at home.
And I don't want to get too far off because I want to save a little bit of that conversation, that piece of that cake for later in the conversation. But you this cat, you can't chat us. You cannot chat us. You gotta be, matter of fact, don't even cat us, because I don't even like the word cat right now. I need, give us Carl. All right. If you gotta portray matter of fact, Family Matters, be Carl the dad. All right. All right. Hop on. I need you to lock shit down in the paint, because as a basketball fan, I feel that you are going to give us something that I was hoping to get from Chet, which was the matchup, especially with them two, because they say, "Oh, I don't like each other. I don't like each other." Okay, well, it seemed one-sided. It seemed very one-sided. One guy says he don't like you, and he played like it. Wemby played like he don't like you, Chet.
Yes.
And you say you don't like him, but you look scared of him, like downright shit your pants. Everybody else in the uniform, Spurs uniform, 31 other teams, apparently you're not scared of, but him, I don't want none of that. I didn't get that. That blew my mind. So in this point, Cat, for 40 minutes, whatever the hell you want to, but you need 8 minutes in the last of the game. I don't need Cat. I need Carl, and I need you to be the dog. And
also, he's not. Don't be the cat, be the dog. I like that.
Oh, no, for real. This, as a basketball fan, that gives us something to watch.
Yes, I also think another key benefit that we get from Cat is that one of the biggest things you always have to deal with Wemby is his defense. He will block every shot coming to the post. If somebody tries to dunk on him, Wemby will get the ball out of their hands. The fact that Cat can also perimeter shoot and you can go 5 out, especially if you take Josh Hart out, put Landry Shamet in, as we've seen, put Miles McBride in, as we've seen, you can go 5 out, and you can make it a lot harder for Wemby to just protect the basket.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too that we
out here, big fella.
Yeah, exactly. You force him out of his comfort zone because he can't just sit and wait for someone to pick and roll and to stop them.
Hey, that's where this is where Karl Anthony Towns can affect the game on both sides, and because obviously I need him to be big dog and when it matters on defense, but on the offensive side, like you just said, with him, that Mike Brown finally was like, all right, come on, big fella, we're running through you, and we'll open up our offense, and it's been tremendous. But like you said, hey, come on, big fella, come on out here. But if I'm Karl Anthony Towns, hey, big fella, I'm about to put you in foul trouble because I'm not like these other dudes, these other big men. I'm going to go at you. I think if Karl Anthony Towns is aggressive and goes at Wemby, especially like just drive. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just drive. Just go straight to the cup. Hey, everybody clear out. It's me and Wemby.
My main concern with that is Cat has a history of getting into foul trouble. And refs do favor Wemby. And I am a little concerned of like if there's a bunch of like physical scrap ups, which one's gonna eat the negative whistle.
It's gonna look weird because he's the bigger guy. Like mass wise, he's the bigger guy. It's gonna look like he's bullying the skinnier guy, even though length wise he has Karl Anthony Towns, but it's gonna look a certain way, and they're gonna like. I agree with you. I think they might get a little too friendly on the whistle, too quick with it, and not really look at the actual motion that's going on. And like, oh, look at this big guy just roll through this skinny guy, and I'm like, come on, man, don't give me the quick whistle on that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Let it play. And that was kind of my other thing about really having Karl Anthony Towns against Wemby in the clutch time is because we've also seen. It's my only knock I got against Karl Anthony Towns. He gets some of the most dumbest fouls I've ever like witnessed in basketball.
Oh yeah, no, that's been his biggest weakness with us. And since coming to New York, it has absolutely been foul trouble.
I'm like, you get some of the most boneheaded, silliest, goofiest fouls. You and
just unnecessary hook arms and like just an unnecessary elbow to the face and like it's like things that are so avoidable.
Scratch your head, right? And make, like, huh? Like nobody gets that called on them but you. And I'm just like,
he almost cost the comeback against the I believe it was the comeback against the Cavs in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. He almost cost us that with one of those fouls. In the stretches like Brunson was trying to save the game. He almost killed it.
What the fuck are you doing sometimes? I mean, like, he's the type of player sometimes where he can do something great for like a huge, like 5-minute stretch. And then in the clutch time, just do one of them stupid ass fouls. You be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you just messed up all that great 5 minutes of great basketball you just had with this dumbass foul. Because for me, he doesn't win it like literally shifts momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's momentum shifting dumb fouls, and it like literally like can either, you know, hey man, we better hope we hang on, or you know, or shit, man, we didn't gave these boys all the momentum. They over here rocking on us, bro. Like he does fouls like that, and that's my only problem, my only beef I really got with him.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's a great player. I'm very happy he's on my team. He's probably the 3rd best center in the NBA. So I'm very happy with him. My biggest issue also is just like you know the fouls, you know, like stuff like that. But also like the thing with him is that his weaknesses are things that he can fix.
Hold on, sir. I just did my math on that. You said the 3rd best center. Hold on, timeout, sir. I'm not going.
Wemby and Jokic.
Well, obviously. So I'm having that. That's why I'm having that conversation. You're putting them over Embiid right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm just trying to clarify that, bro. I wasn't gonna let you gloss over that. I say, wait a minute.
yeah. No, he's in 2026. Yes, he's better than Embiid.
Okay. Okay. In 2026, and clarify.
Yeah, I'm not like all time, but
okay. I'm just all right. Cool. I can rock with you. Proceed.
Yeah. The thing, I guess the best thing about Cat's issues is that they are things that are fixable. They're not just things that are innate to him where he will always be bad at this. Like there are some players who just like they're just too small, or they just have poor mechanics and there's very little they can do about it, or like whatever. Things like just not making stupid fouls. Mm-hmm. That's something that Cat can clean up. And he had, for most of this playoff stretch, he's been much better than he had been in the regular season. That was a huge issue for him for most of the regular season. Then in the last like month, maybe month and a half, he'd more or less cleaned it up. He'd shown what we're seeing now in the playoffs, and then he hit another level in the playoffs. Occasionally, it still happened here and there, but like he's already shown that he can when he really locks in, he can clean that up, and he's gonna have to be very clean against the media's golden boy.
Wow, the media's golden boy. I thought you were talking about SGA. Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean him too.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. If you want to talk about preference from the NBA, was wild. And like for all people to be victims of that, Wemby, like that, they like straight up just beat on his ass throughout that entire game.
So I'm gonna say something crazy, and I don't know if you agree with it, but I see like when you see certain players that get talked about like that in this NBA now, obviously we're seeing the end of LeBron coming sooner rather than later. And the NBA always needs their next star. So I think they tried to give it to Ant. They've been playing with SGA, obviously Jokic name has been thrown in there, Luka, and now you kind of see like the focus is kind of getting pointed at Wemby. So I just think when you have those certain players and certain names and they're all kind of playing at the same point in time, you're just gonna, at the end, let's see who's there. And right now, Wemby is there. And sometimes a lot of the media becomes prisoner of the moment. And right now, a lot of which I do agree with. Yes, he is the media's golden boy right now because his name is part of that lump of you're trying to find the transition between LeBron to who.
Yeah,
right now it's a question mark, and his name is in there, and so yeah, it's going to be nauseating at times. But at the end of the day, it's well deserved because his superpower is, and I'm not trying to compare them the same, but LeBron's superpower was, hey man, I'm the tank. I'm just gonna go drive to the cup, and then he figured out the rest of his basketball game towards the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Right. And so Wemby's superpower is, well, I'm just an alien. Nobody's built like me. That's his superpower.
Yes.
And has he figured everything out? No. 22. He's 22. So one thing he did figure out is, all right, I got to put a little bit more muscle on my body. And he did that over the offseason. And I got to get mentally tougher. He did that. Because there was some times where he took some tumbles this year. I'm like, 2 years ago, that would set Wemby out.
Right.
And he
a little more durable.
He got durable. Which he has to.
Yeah. He missed 2 seasons of his career. This is his first fully healthy season.
Yeah. And so, I just think that as Wemby's part, that's just part of his maturation thing. He figured it out, and he's 22. So, take his mindset, his actual willingness to understand that, all right, there's a weakness in my game, and he attacked it, and he improved it. All right. We've seen this few mentalities like that, and it takes certain individuals very far and very, accomplished.
Yes, exactly. You gotta be able to work on your weaknesses and improve them if you want to be the top guy.
Add that to his superpower of just being an alien when nobody else is built like him. Okay.
Like he was out there training with Hakeem, like meditating and shit, like full like monk style. Like he's been locked into basketball. Like you can't take that away from him.
He gets it, Red. He gets it because he knows that the international flair, the glitz, the glamour is going to come, but it's sustainable and it stays there if you are what? A winner.
Yes.
It's sustainable. Everybody can get their 15 minutes. Anybody in the NBA can get their 15 minutes. Those who are actually, because like keep the glitz and the glamour in the main thing for 20 plus years, 15, 17, 18, 19 years, because they understand I got to be at the top of the standings that majority of the time. I can't be missing playoffs, missing consecutive playoffs, one and dones. I got to get some deep playoff runs, and I got to get some chips. They get it, and they understand it. So, but when it comes to the Spurs in winning this finals, I'm actually going away from Wemby because I think that's low hanging fruit. Obviously, I think it's his. It's not letting him go crazy. The best way to defend him is to make him play outside. He can shoot outside because he's 7'4" and he's pretty much a point guard in a 7'4" body. You get it. We understand that. So, but he's not a knockdown Steph Curry shooter. All right. So, keep him outside as best as possible. Don't let him in the paint. I just wouldn't let him in the paint because it's too easy for him. I think that's low hanging fruit. The X factor for me is De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
I think just De'Aaron Fox has been obviously battling the injuries in the playoffs, but I get it. But the performances really haven't been there. That really Game 7 that he had against OKC was really probably the only respectable game that I've really seen from him, especially in that series.
Yeah.
Majority of that series, very inefficient shooting, like going I think one time I saw it like 3 for 12 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Might have been something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it wasn't good. And I'm just like, you have to help Wemby.
Yes.
I'm just screaming at the TV like, bro, and you just keep throwing up shots and you just keep building that brick house. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And
yeah, facilitate to Wemby if you don't have the hot hand that night.
Get it out because not only that, the Spurs was showing that everybody else can get some buckets too if you just give an opportunity.
Yeah, like Vassell has been really good. He's been really good in Game 7.
Oh,
he's been a pretty reliable shooter for them.
Yeah, like shit, Payton was good. Get some shots down at the 3.
Yeah,
you said Vassell. He was making some crazy cuts. I remember he made one cut and tried to take Chet's whole life off the dunk, bro. I remember that. I was like, oh shit.
yeah. Dylan Harper's been good for them.
Oh my god. Hey, the young guys.
Yeah.
This is huge. We've seen teams with a lot of young dudes play out of their minds and then kind of freeze when it comes to the big moments. They didn't freeze. They embraced it, if anything.
Yeah. No,
like
true.
Be this young and that mindset is crazy.
And that's the whole strength that everyone was talking about with OKC is look how good they are and also look how young they are. Like the players on there are so good and it's such a deep roster, and on top of that they're young. They're going to be good for a long time. They have picks on top of it. Spurs, because are the perfect rival for them in the West, because all of that's also true about them. They have such a good team already. They're in the finals in Wemby's 3rd year.
Yeah.
His only year to be healthy by the end of the season. And they're all really young. Castle's in his 2nd year. Harper's in his 1st year. Crazy. Like Fox is what the oldest. He's a veteran. Starter? And he's not crazy old.
No, he's like 28, 29.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is a team that if they're stay this good, they can be dominant for a while also. 28. And like they're the best the best counter to OKC. Yeah. Because and that's the whole thing, because we talk about like what other teams are going to do. If you're a team in the West outside of those top 2 teams, I don't really know what you do to stay competitive. Those teams are going to run the West for a while. It's going to more or less be a cold war between the two of them. You have the Nuggets and the Timberwolves and those teams that are like trying to like enter in that mix. But it's hard. It's hard to get in that space.
Crazy hard. And the way that the San Antonio thing is going, because I just looked at D5, he's 28. So there you go.
Yeah.
And he's the OG of this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's crazy because he's got some. I think he has at least one All-Star appearance.
Yeah, when he was on the Kings.
Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, 2-time All-Star. He's been a steals champ, All NBA 22, and so yeah.
Mhm.
So he's got a nice little resume starting to build up, accolades wise. But my thing is I'm looking at the situation with D Fox if he gets going, if he gives us more game sevens against OKC in this series, it'll be trouble for the Knicks. Because he can't go out there and be having 3 for 12, 3 for 14, and having back nice. He just can't.
And I mean, speaking of Fox, that's another huge strength the Knicks have. The Knicks are completely healthy right now.
Yeah.
The Knicks have had multiple long breaks because we've kept sweeping everybody. The Spurs just came out of a very physical 7-game series, and Fox is hurt. We're well rested. We're healthy.
No, most look. I'll say this: tomorrow night, I would not be surprised if the Knicks walk away with that because of that factor. Because really, the only injury you're talking about is that pinky from Mitchell Robinson, and anything you tape it up, put a little soft little cast on it, he'll play. Whatever.
He better get the fuck out there.
Yeah, he's not because he's not missing. It's a final. But not only that, other than that, like you said, De'Aaron Fox was banged up. I think Dylan Harper had a little banged up. I can't remember what it was. Was it was it back or something like that? Or I know he got banged up.
I don't remember.
And that's the only ones I can really remember. But
right, and Mitch isn't even our starter. Like you can limit him to like 10, 15 minutes at his I think his normal minutes are like 15 to 20.
Yeah,
cut like a couple minutes off him if you have to, and like Cat's there. You're fine. If that's the worst injury on the team, that's not bad.
Big time. And then, like you said, say what you want. That OKC is a physical team. Spurs are a physical team. And they were knocking the shit out of each other. They really were. There was a lot of pushing and shoving, a lot of grabbing, a lot of physicality.
Yeah.
The refs did let him get away. Like they let him bang.
Mm-hmm.
So for all you old heads,
certainly did.
hey, for all you old heads, they let him bang. So you can't complain about the physicality and can't pick and choose your battle on that one. So I'm with you on that. And I don't think this one. I mean, the Knicks are still a physical team too, so it's you pretty much signed yourself up for another round of that, and that's a lot to ask for. A lot to ask for. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my prediction out. Don't hate me, my brother. I said Spurs in 6 about a couple hours ago, and only because. There's one alien on this earth, and you guys just don't have it.
Okay, I get it. That's what everyone has been saying. But you know what? That's what everyone's been saying throughout this playoffs for the Knicks. We've been undercounted. Everybody was like, "Oh, the Celtics are going to make the fight. They're the favorite. Tatum's coming back. The Pistons, they're the 1 seed. Like We've been hearing it.
I know.
We've been hearing it. And I can't blame anybody. But we've had the Spurs number.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't be mad at me, my bro, when I'm like, man, like that's an alien, dog. Like that's something.
It was an alien in the NBA Cup too. It was an alien after their 11-game winning streak too.
Hey,
he's been an alien.
Hey, so therefore my prediction can stand because there's 2 games. You got to get 2 more.
I know, but listen,
I get 4, man. Hey,
we also have an alien in his own right, not physically. He's not a physical alien. We have one of the greatest statistical playoff performers in NBA history. He has had Jalen Brunson. Has had more 35-plus point per game playoff games than almost the entirety of NBA history. He's at like the top 98th percentile, 97th or 98th percentile in 35 plus point per game games in the playoffs. The king of the clutch, Captain Clutch himself, who will not let games die. That man, I get it, he's not as tall. No. I get it, he doesn't have the length.
Hey.
But that man can carry a team just as well as Wemby.
Hey, he cold-blooded. Hey, he got his work cut out. He's going to get some good, tough perimeter defense.
And he's gotten tough perimeter deep.
Hey.
One of the best defensive duos in the NBA, and I mean it's a front court, but like Mobley and Allen were one of the best defensive groups of any team in the NBA, and we swept them. The 76ers had Joel Embiid. We swept them.
I hear you.
We've gone against good defenses before, is what I'm saying. And also, we have a very good defense. We had, throughout the second half of the season, going into the playoffs, the number one defense in the NBA.
Hey, look, I'm just going to say this, man. All right. 1999. All right.
With different rosters.
I know. I'm just hear me out. I was low key rooting for the Knicks, right? Because I love Larry Johnson. No, with LJ, you did. No, Allen Houston was cold blooded.
Yes.
Hey, I was like, man, come on, Knicks, get this chip, and they just ran into Twin Towers. And Avery Johnson, and Admiral David Robinson, and that old rookie Tim Duncan. Oh my God! I know it just brings flashbacks because I was like, Spurs, I didn't like the Spurs. I ain't never liked. I'm a Lakers fan, so I had a disdain.
Yeah.
For the Spurs. So
even at that point, didn't their rivalry was more or less in the 2000s?
Yes, but it's because I'm a Lakers fan.
They're in the West,
and they was in the West. I'm just I root for my squad, and I don't root for nobody else.
Right.
Especially not in the same division or conference. But
yes, of course.
Look, all I'm saying is I want this to be different. I really do, deep down inside. All right, I'm gonna put it to you in wrestling terms. All right, I wanted Obafemi to win a Classic Italy. All right.
Yes.
But I know what was going to happen, and it was best for business. All I'm saying is, I feel like we're in this.
It was best for business.
I just feel like we're in a situation right now where I want the Knicks to win in my heart, but it's like, damn, they got Wembanyama, man. That's kind of like shit.
Look, all I'm gonna say,
man, is
that they've had Wembanyama, and Wembanyama has not been able to stop the Knicks this year.
I hear you. But 7-game series is different, my boy.
Yeah, and we have more experience in 7-game series than they do. This is his first playoffs.
I hear you. And hey, at this point, man, anything can happen.
And granted, he's done an awesome job in the playoffs. He's been phenomenal in the playoffs. But this is his first playoffs. He got to beat on the Portland Trailblazers in round 1. And they took a game from him somehow.
Yeah.
Who was the next round for the Spurs? Who? Oh, Timberwolves. They didn't have Ant. So they didn't have DiVincenzo or Ant. And they still managed to keep it competitive against the Spurs. And then they just went to 7 games with OKC without J-Dub and AJ Mitchell. I'm not saying that they would have lost against the Timberwolves or OKC if it weren't for injuries. I would undoubtedly pick them against the Timberwolves anyway. And I would still probably, I mean, them and OKC was going to go, I could have gone either way. But I'm not saying that this was an easy thing. I'm saying that they
fan.
They managed to get a super easy matchup to start, and then some helpful injuries throughout the way.
Because you're a Knicks fan, I'm not going to dog you on that. If you're a Thunder fan, I was going to let you get away with that because I'm like,
no, of course. Again, they're super good, super deep team. OKC has shown they can win without J-Dub. I'm not saying that changed the series. It didn't.
No. What I'm saying is like in the full context, if we're including injuries, because just part of the conversation we're at, I'm just saying if you were a Thunder fan, I'm like, wait, hold up, like,
yeah.
Wait, you can't say that,
right?
Wait, hold on.
I understand, yeah.
Because you're a Knicks fan, I'm like, all right. I get saying you're not wrong, but I mean, and that's what I'm glad you did that because I know you're gonna root for your Knicks, all right? But just give me what game. What game are we going?
We'll give you 4.
You in 4?
We'll give no. You said just give me one game. We'll give you 4 games. I'm not saying in a row, but, but we'll give you 4 games total.
You saying Knicks in 5?
I'm gonna say Knicks in 6.
Okay.
It's a lot to overcome. I understand. I'm gonna say Knicks in 6, maybe even Knicks in 7. I honestly, you know what? Knicks in 7. I will be humble and say Knicks in 7.
Okay, I was trying to see if he's gonna have the gall to say Knicks in 5, and I knew if you said Knicks in 4, I'm like, what's in your cup? So you said that I didn't be like, you sure?
No. Trust me. I wish I had. I wish I had that level of that moxie.
They call it moxie. No, look, I think we're in store for a fantastic finals. Believe it or not, I think these two teams kind of match up a lot better than I thought. And I'll be honest, Randy, I was so disrespectful, bro. I apologize because I literally thought that the Knicks had no chance no matter who came out the West. And then once I got to start to thinking, and I was like, wait, hold up. That's so disrespectful to the Knicks. I apologize to you in Knicks fan base. So I don't need y'all to jump in my DMs. Relax. All I'm saying is once I sat down and looked at the matchup, I was like, it's much closer. Because from the things we talked about, I'm like, how would you defend Wemby? Boom. I was like, all right, boom. That makes sense. How would you guard everybody else? That makes sense. How would they guard you? Blase. I was like, this is more closer than I thought, than I initially thought. But that's why it's version 6.
No, now, of course. Brunson forgives you. But I will just say you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Pretty much the ongoing wisdom in the NBA world has been the Western Conference Finals were the real finals, just to see who was going to beat us. This is after the most dominant stretch of playoff basketball in NBA history, regular season or playoff history. So I get it. It wasn't against Wemby. It was against the Cavs, who are a very good team. We swept Donovan Mitchell, and James Harden's playoff James Harden, but we swept Donovan Mitchell, and we swept Evan Mobley, the last year's depoy. We swept Jared Allen. That is not an easy team. They met us in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we swept them.
Yeah.
So people need to start taking us seriously.
Oh no, and that's why I was like, hold up, like. Boys.
At the very least, that should give people like, okay, this is going to be a competitive series. You can't come up out of a stretch of basketball like that and everyone be like, oh, they're going to get washed now, because that's what they always say. That's what they've always said with the Knicks. Because they're haters.
They're not really taking everything into account if they say some shit like that.
Yeah.
Not at all. And
It's
no way.
dumb non-ball knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's better, NBA coach Rick Alderman, RIP Rick Alderman, Mike D'Antoni? It's kind of weird because I think they both got like similar careers where they both had their moments, but either one of them had reached the mountaintop. Because you got to remember, Mike D'Antoni pretty much ushered in an offense that was going crazy with Steve Nash and Maury Stoudemire, and won Steve Nash fucking 2 MVPs in the middle of Kobe's reign. So
Yeah.
and then Rick Alderman, we love what he did with the Kings early 2000s. Chris Webber, Aja, Lottie, Ibby. Yeah, see Webb and them boys was getting after it, and they was a couple of bounces away to go into the finals.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Him and D'Antoni are kind of similar careers.
Yeah.
If you had one of them as your basketball coach, I don't know. To me, it's almost a wash.
I would give the slight edge to D'Antoni for me. Maybe that's just kind of preference, but he would like that offense was so revolutionary that he came up with. So yeah, I think maybe more for influence than anything, I'm giving a slight edge to D'Antoni.
Yeah. That's a fair point. But no, NBA finals are going to be dope. Let's stick into the world of basketball, because hey, I may not have the full clip, but obviously, I do got the the actual clip that had everybody going crazy on my timeline on TikTok, and we gonna listen to it, and then we gonna listen to y'all know I really don't rock with old boy, but I'll play his thing too.
Okay.
But this is what I said about almost a month ago.
If I was Oklahoma City Thunder, I would put Chet Holmgren in the package right now with some of those picks, the multiple picks that they got, and I would ship it over there to Milwaukee and get Giannis. I said it. Why not? You got the capital. Draft picks are there. The money will work itself out because Chad already got the max extension. All right. Giannis is already on the contract. Just saying. If you want to keep that dynasty to go from 2 to 3 years in OKC to probably 5 to 6, 7 years. No disrespect to Chad Holmgren, but I would pack your bags in a heartbeat if it gets me Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just saying. I know for a fact what I got with Giannis. I think what you got with the possibility of Chet does not equal to what the factuals of what you got with Giannis.
So that's what I said about a month ago. And cats on Twitter came or TikTok came after me, bro. They was like they were like, yo, you don't know, bro. You just over here, dog. That's why you're on a podcast, and that's why you're not a GM. I'm like, bro, like first of all, nobody was having real conversation until I kept pulling out. I'm like, no, dog, don't come to my page with the old low-hanging fruit. Oh, that's why you got a podcast. No, talk to me. Let's have an adult conversation. Why would that not work? Because in my eyes, I know Chet's 24, and made a all-star game. He's in the running of defensive player of the year. He's starting to get some little accolades on his little resume.
It was all NBA third team this year.
Yeah,
which did not age well.
So,
third team in general, by the way, it really hasn't aged well.
Yeah, but
Jalen Duren did not age well. Jalen Johnson did not age well.
It was looking more fraudulent.
Yeah. And I get it. It's not it's a regular season award. It should be. It's just
Hey,
not ideal.
that's my point. And so I get it. So he has a lot of potential, right? I think Chet Holmgren does have some potential to be something great in this league. I think he does. The only knock on him is if we thought Wemby was skinny, Chet's skinnier.
Yeah.
And they made no bones about it. Cass was going at his chest, not just during this Western Conference Final. I'm talking about this whole playoffs. That's why I said it early in May. He has been going at his chest all playoffs, running through his chest. I said, man, we ain't worried about you, lank boy. Ah, they ain't been scared of Chet, man. Yeah, he runner up on Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, that help defense is great from Chet. It is absolutely that help defense is absolutely great.
Yes.
But it don't matter when cats is going face up on you and they going running through your chest, my boy. Like, did y'all what the Spurs was doing? T-Wolves was doing. Some of the Lakers was doing. I don't care whoever OKC played throughout this whole playoffs. They been going through chest, bro. Ain't made no bones about it. They said we don't give that you being in defensive player of the year. We don't give none of that. They been going at it. So I said that early in May, and obviously, you know, I really don't want to rock with a lot of Stephen A. All right. But my man came on here on the other day after the finals was over, came up here and was like, yo, man, hey, I got to get rid of bro. And I said, well, hell, Stephen A, you watching my shit? Stephen A been watching my shit. Yo, you had it.
Yo, that shit got to be trademarked. that shit got to be copyrighted. We gotta get his ass for that.
Like it's wild because I'm like, bro, like that's crazy that conversation happened. That you said this, Steve. That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Chet is up for a Supermax this coming season. That's they if they don't end up using him for Giannis, they're gonna have to figure out what to do with him.
My thing is if you even don't use him for Giannis, which I think you should, because my thing is I know Giannis will be 31, but he's already shown me that he's willing to get busy. He's shown me that he can make shit happen if my number one guy is you know, because there were times where Shea was struggling, SGA was struggling. I don't care. I don't know what finals you were watching, Randy, but the finals I was watching, with the Western Conference finals I was watching, man, the Spurs made sure that, hey, nah, bruh, nah, pimp, this ain't gonna be no cake. Ain't no cakewalk for you, SGA. We gonna make you earn it. And so with J-Dub having the bad hamstring, in and out of the lineup, missed majority of the series, let's be honest. All right. So yeah, that's your number 2 down. Chet, it's on you, baby. Hello. I you do know that, right? And he knew that.
Yeah.
And I think he clammed up.
Absolutely.
Of the fact of I'm a number 3, now I gotta be number 2. Yes, sir.
He's honestly, in a lot of people's eyes, on their starting roster, he's number 2. I don't, you could debate him and Jada, but a lot of people would consider him to be the number 2 as it is. And he didn't live up to it here.
I never saw him as the number 2. I always thought it was J-Dub.
I guess, J-Dub was better in the finals last year when they won. So like J-Dub is like their offensive number 2. Chet is probably their consensus second best overall player. But either way, regardless where you put him, he did not step up to being number 2.
Not at all. And I'm gonna go ahead and play Stephen A's clip because he's probably gonna say something similar to mine. But I'm with you on that. I depending on who you are or how you feel about the game, I guess you can go back and forth who's their number 2. I've just always kind of felt that he was their number 3 just because J-Dub offensively was something different. But
yeah, in the last game Chet Holmgren played in Oklahoma City Thunder uniform. He should be traded. The second you have an opportunity to get a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, you need a productive offensive player on your front line who you can rely upon. It was supposed to be the 7'1" Chet Holmgren. And keep in mind, I'm saying 7'1" because I want to remind everybody, this is not some 6'3" guard or anything like that. I understand Wemby's 7'5". Chet Holmgren is 7'1". You talk about needing defense and rebounding and somebody to defend against Wemby. Isaiah Hartenstein came in there and did what he was supposed to do for the most part. I know Wemby averaged 28 and 13. I get that part. But there were a couple of games where we were questioning the fatigue of Wembanyama and what have you. Why? Because Hartenstein was all over him, bodying him up, getting physical with him, making things a bit more arduous than any other player had been able to do against Wemby, to be quite honest with you. And if Chet Holmgren had given him a speck of help in this series, guess what? Oklahoma City Thunder, despite the two cats being gone, might have been advancing. Chet Holmgren was a no-show. But you know what? If you're a no-show because you shoot 1 for 15, 2 for 20 or something like that, okay, you were aggressive, but it wasn't your night. It wasn't your evening. To attempt 2 shots in an entire game where you played over 30 minutes, to go 3 quarters in a game 7 of a conference final when you're supposed to be the secondary option and you do nothing, not even attempt a damn shot. I'm sorry. That's getting punked. It's just that simple. You don't have a heart to be in that position. Wemby is when he was needed. You going up against Indiana, and Miles Turner and cats like that, even though he's a good player. It's a little bit different. Going up against Wemby, considering their history, the historical context that was brought to this series, the fact that you had gone against one another in the past, that you got cats like Big Perk on national television, looking into cameras of an international audience, telling them, yo, Wemby don't like you. He don't like you. He wants to kick your ass. He doesn't like you at all. He gets joy out of it. And to know that this man is coming for what you have. You're the reigning defending champion. You're the guy that won the championship. You're the guy that was supposed to be the biggest assist to going up against Wemby. And you put forth that kind of no-show. I want to remind everybody, the Oklahoma City Thunder is the one team in the entire NBA that can get it done when you're talking about
Yeah, I mean, I agree with all of that. Yeah, it's.
I don't do too much
the
agreeing
main
with
reason.
Stephen A.
Yeah,
I don't do too much agreeing with Stephen A.
but he's
He
right
said-
there.
He said that days ago. I said that similar to it a month ago.
Yes. And another thing that I would add to that on top of it is because of the fact that you have Hartenstein, you are in an even better position to afford to lose a Chet Holmgren. Other than shooting, Hartenstein could do anything that Chet can do. The only thing he can't do that Chet can do is shoot.
Yeah.
So, but everything else you're getting. Hartenstein can be that level of a defensive player. Like, he just doesn't have the minutes that Chet does. But he could the rebounding. I mean, I saw him firsthand when he was on my Knicks.
Yeah.
Like, the 1-2 punch of him and Mitch was elite.
Yeah.
Center defensive play, elite rim protection.
I
He can be that. And then you bring in Giannis on top of it, former depoy Giannis. Like, your front court is fine. You will sleep like a baby with that front court if you don't have Chet.
All I'm saying is that you upgrade tremendously if you were to swap out Giannis for Chet. I get the age. Yes, he's 24, but he has potential. And what I just saw, until he figures out that I gotta, get a certain mentality, I gotta put more meat on my bone, then I don't think he'll get there. And that's just me. And it's not against nothing against him. I'm just seeing it. I just saw what everybody saw in the Western Conference Finals. I just saw it 3 weeks early.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm not bragging on that. I'm just saying is that, all right, thank you, mainstream media, for welcoming. Thank you for joining the party. Thank you.
Yes.
That's all.
No, I mean it's true, and like normally, and we'll talk about another trade that's kind of similar in this way as we eventually move into the NFL section. But I normally would be against trading a 20-something-year-old player for a 30-something-year-old player in almost any circumstances.
Me too, but not in.
What makes this special, what makes this a unique circumstance, is you are in a win now window, obviously.
Yes.
And you're competing against another team that's in a win now window with the same youth and depth that you have. And you have to be able to compete against them, because if this keeps happening, the Spurs will eat up your time on the top. So you need a counter, and Chet has proven that he can't be that guy. He wasn't even good in last year's playoffs. This conversation was a thing in last year's playoffs, and they won the title.
Yes,
that's why people stopped caring. That's why people stopped talking about it, because they won.
Thank you. He was non-existent last year. It literally was J-Dub, and that's why I didn't see him as my number 3, because J-Dub did step up as in number 2 last year.
Yes,
during the playoffs, especially during the finals, he stepped up as their number 2, and that's why I'm like, no, Chet's not their number 2. He don't want that smoke. And
right.
Thank you. He there was times where he was timid shooting last year in the finals, and there were times where if he was going for like some De'Aaron Fox shit, going like 2 for 11, 2 for 12. So
yeah, his shooting was bad. His defense was better than this year, but he also wasn't going against a Wemby.
He wasn't going against a Wemby, and
now he has a Wemby, and he's gonna have a Wemby for the next maybe 10 years.
Bingo. That's the newest addition to that piece of why it needs to happen of my thesis, my take, is because you're going to, because the Spurs are ahead of schedule. They're ahead of schedule. Mm-hmm. Way ahead of schedule.
Way.
Because I think as most basketball fans will only ask for the Spurs to start putting competent pieces around him. That's the only thing we asked for, was start making his team at least somewhat competitive and start getting some pieces around him. They did it all pretty much in a year and a half.
Yeah.
And that's,
they got 2 back-to-back rookies of the year, and then they got a third who was like third in rookie of the year voting this year.
Yeah, and they got 6 men of the year. So
they kept hitting over and over.
So it was like they sped up the timeline a lot faster than what we thought. And so, okay, because I think, to everybody's credit, we were talking dynasty around OKC because we didn't see nobody like making that leap that quick or that fast. Mm-hmm. And now it has happened. So there's a speed bump in your dynasty. There is. And it might not even be your dynasty anymore if you don't counter, like you said. If you don't counter, it goes from OKC dynasty to, OKC championship in 2025. Spurs dynasty begins in 2026. That's the possibility that we're really running into. And you got to do something, because if you want to get to the finals again, OKC, you got to go through them. Like, you have to. You're going to see them again, yes, and again, and again, and again. Because my thing is, when you got that many draft picks so high, and I get he's 24. I'm with you, Randy. I would never, the age thing, and I wouldn't do it. But in this circumstance, I could get Giannis, who I know for a fact what he is, and I got so many draft picks that I can move off of Chet and probably down the road, probably draft a carbon copy of him.
Yeah, no, the pick situation also helps. The fact that they managed to fleece the Clippers so badly puts them in such a position where they can also afford to give some picks.
So many first round picks.
So okay, let's do some fantasy Giannis trades. So obviously you would throw for OKC, you would throw Chet Holmgren in. What else would you throw in to make the contracts work? How many picks would you throw in?
Shit. When it comes to the contract, I'm not a finance major, so I haven't seen the numbers. I'm done at shit. So
Yeah. So like obviously it wouldn't just be Chet and some picks. You'd have to throw somebody else in there too. So like who would you throw in on the OKC side?
if I'm Milwaukee, give me Case and Wallace.
Okay.
So yeah, Case and Wallace, Chet, and some picks, and then we'll see how the money plays out, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay. If I got to get a third team involved, then so be it. Whoever wants to be foolish enough to jump in here, cool, whatever. But player wise, yeah, I don't. If I'm OKC, I just gotta understand that I can recoup these players back. I got picks.
Yes.
And I get it. Chet was such a high draft pick. Okay. But yeah, that would probably be my first go-to move for on the Giannis meter was the OKC. That package right there.
Okay. I think that OKC is definitely in play to get Giannis. I've played around a little bit. You saw it. I don't know if you saw it. I shared one potential interesting scenario that I thought of. Now, obviously, as a Knicks fan, I would like this to not happen because this would mean Giannis staying in the East. I'd prefer him to get out of the East. But I think that a really interesting fit for Giannis, for a team that's young, for a team that has picks, that could turn their team to the next level, would be the Charlotte Hornets. I really like the fit because Giannis's one weakness throughout his entire career has been shooting. Yeah. So if you can keep what's been the best shooting trio in the NBA together, LaMelo, Konkanippel, and Brandon Miller, and put them around Giannis.
Oh my gosh.
How do you defend them? Like you come out to the perimeter, Giannis comes and kills you in the paint. You stay in the paint, the three of them kill you at the perimeter. It would just be an otherworldly offense. Again, I don't want it to happen because that does terrify me as a Knicks fan.
And that's a Charlotte team that's literally was over there just bottom dwelling, selling tickets, and then all of a sudden made a playoff run.
Right, exactly. And because they're in the East also, because the thing with the West is, okay, you make a big splash play for Giannis.
Yeah,
you have to feel confident that would make you competitive with either OKC or the Spurs, unless you are OKC or the Spurs.
Otherwise, you don't make that move.
Right, you don't make that move because then you're just killing your window.
Oh yeah.
If you're on the East though, and you feel like you could make yourself a contender that way, you have a much easier path to get to the finals. The Hornets could be the second best team in the East immediately if that works well. So I came up with the idea for the Hornets to give Miles Bridges, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Josh Green, and Grant Williams to make the contracts work. They're all players in their 20s. Kalkbrenner is a rookie. Miles Bridges is really young. Is a 20-point per game scorer as it is right now. It's also because he's a power forward. It fills the power forward issue. And if you're the Bucks, you're and 4 first-round picks. So because the Hornets are picking twice this coming year, they're picking in 2027. They're picking 3 times, and 2029 they're picking twice again, I believe. So you take one from this coming year, the higher one. You take the one they got from Dallas and from Miami. So you still pick in 2027 with your own pick. Yeah. And then you give one in 2029. I think that is a great package to give to a tanking team who's trying to be bad, true rebuild, with 4 20-something-year-old players, Miles Bridges, who has the potential to be a really good player, and a bunch of picks that are probably going to be decent picks. I think that makes sense for the Bucks, and it makes sense for the Hornets, especially because they're not losing a year of picking. and they get Giannis. And they replace Miles Bridges with Giannis basically, and the rest of the players they give are depth pieces.
Oh, why would I ever replace Miles Bridges with Giannis Antetokounmpo? No,
right.
No. I like that. I like that. That's a nice trade scenario. That sounds good. Ooh.
Yes. The other team that I've heard a lot of people talk about because of the story around it, and I don't have like an exact scenario for this one, but the Trailblazers, because they have putting it back with Dame, putting it back with Drew Holiday. I don't know if it makes sense because I don't think that alone, even if you keep Avdia somehow, or if you're probably either giving Avdia or Scoot Henderson, but I don't think that would make them any sort of competition against OKC or the Spurs. So you're doing it just to maybe be a 4th or 5th seed, probably. So I don't know if I would do that, but people like it because of the story.
Selling tickets, man.
Yeah, well, also selling tickets. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you going to even be better than the Nuggets and Timberwolves if you do it? Are you going to be competing with the Lakers if you do it?
Giannis is far from overrated.
He's.
I think there's still some weaknesses in his game that just aren't fully going to be there, like his shooting.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's fully going to be there, but get that man within 10 to 15 feet of a rim, it's your ass.
No, I mean, he's a consensus top 5 player for a reason. The fact that he's carried the Bucks as much as he has, and he had decent help in his like title run, but like he's had to carry some bad Bucks rosters since then.
And somebody go pull up Giannis averages in that finals, man. They tell me he didn't carry that fucking goddamn championship to Milwaukee.
No. Yeah. No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying like his team wasn't bad then.
Oh no.
He's had bad teams since then.
Yes, I'm with you. But that was one of my biggest things. I'm like, I've seen this dude literally carry a championship. Another guy was a bystander. Chet was a bystander to a championship. All right?
Yeah. Right.
Chet was a bystander to a championship. No. Giannis was the reason for a championship. And cats got mad at me when I brought that up. I'm like, hey, did y'all watch? Okay. All right.
And it just in reference to this comment though, because I did also think about this. If Giannis does actually go to OKC, that's going to be a LeBron to Miami, KD to Golden State level of an NBA player heel turn.
That's what I said, Rick, bro. Because it literally takes you from, oh yeah, we're good and we can definitely possibly win this championship. No, but if I swap out and put Giannis on this roster, no, we are winning a championship.
Yes, and Giannis is one of the most loved players in the NBA, and he would immediately go to one of the most hated. On top of the fact you're putting 2 consensus top 5 players in the NBA on the same team, you're also putting him on the most hated team right now with the flopping and the getting away with calls and the Lou Dort stabbing people and the refs not calling it every game. Like they are a very hateable team. All of them with their TikTok dances and the dresses and shit. Like they are the team that's made to be heels, and then you're taking beloved Giannis and putting him on there.
Hey, that's his John Cena heel run.
Yeah,
I guess so. He's the third man. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, him coming out with Dwayne Johnson and Travis Scott.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Dirk and Giannis are not the same player. All right, I get what you're saying. Dirk obviously is going to have the offensive on his side on this one, but if they were playing the same league right now, Dirk has to guard Giannis, and I don't think that's a good situation for Dirk.
Yeah, based off of like my like all-time rankings, I think I do have Dirk slightly higher, but they're very close.
As of right now,
Yeah, I think I do have Dirk slightly higher. But like Dirk, Garnett, and Giannis are all very close to each other. Like that power forward 2 spot is very competitive between the three of them. You could even throw in a Bob Pettit if you want to, depending on how much you care about that, how much credit you want to give to the era.
Yeah.
But power forward 2, very competitive between the three of them. I think you could make a very solid argument for all of them.
Yeah, so I say OKC. You threw out Charlotte scenario. That's a good scenario. The Portland scenario, I would have to be. That's a no for me, dog. I couldn't. That makes no sense. At the same time, Portland sounds like the goofiest franchise that would do something like that. Oh, it didn't work in Milwaukee because it was Milwaukee. It could work here in Portland.
Right, exactly. With Giannis carrying a slightly better roster to maybe the 5th seed.
Nah, pimp. You can sell some tickets, might win a game or two, but you're not winning the championship, pimp. And I think he made a fair point on that as well. If you're not in position to be at the top of the West, don't do it.
Right. Like it makes more sense, I think, outside of OKC or the Spurs, for a Western team to trade for him. I mean, you could theoretically make a case for the Nuggets doing it. They need the defense, adding former Depoy Giannis. If they want to compete with OKC and the Spurs, I don't know what their pick situation is like, but they could be a team that might have interest in doing it. Put another grouping of 2 consensus top 5 players.
You got to put Jamal Murray in that deal, right?
Yeah. Are you not fine with that?
I'm totally fine with that. I assumed you were because you wouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is for you basketball fans, and especially you Nuggets fans, if you're watching this, do you know that Jamal Murray has to be in that deal, right? And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and this is also off of his best year. My issue with it would be on the Bucks side, because if I'm looking for players to trade Giannis for, I want young players.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near a window of any kind.
Yeah.
I want young players. I want to suck for a couple of years. I want high draft picks. I want to do what the Spurs did, what the Pistons did, and build through the draft.
Yeah. Whoa. You said you want young players. You want to what, bro?
Pause. Stop. Get out of here. I want to be a bad basketball team and nothing else. You're a child, bro.
I am.
I've caught your ass with that same thing. I'm a child. Too.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
didn't kill me millions of times on this damn show.
Yes, I did.
Hella pause. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh fuck. God damn. But no, I'm with you. Because if you're gonna be a trash ass team for some time and you're not gonna contend for anything, why am I? No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Like I've talked to some Bucks fans because there are still the rumors about Jaylen Brown being traded, and I've talked to some Bucks fans that are like, "Let's trade with the Celtics so we can get Jaylen Brown." And I'm like, if you couldn't win with Giannis in this roster, you think you could win with Jaylen Brown in this roster within his age window? He's also in his 30s, I think. Why would you? No, that's ridiculous. No, get young players, a bunch of young players, and be bad for a few years. Be grown-ups and tank.
Oh, that's easy. Both are mediocre as fuck, but at least give me the mediocre one that got at least one championship. So give me Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, nah, that's crazy. Look, the Nuggets actually kind of make sense. Like you said, the pick and roll could still be there with him and Jokic, because Jokic still operates at the top of the key anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives Giannis his space down low. Jokic doesn't necessarily have to be down low, but that's where we know that Giannis operates, and Jokic can still be at the top. And defensively, yeah, I know Jokic isn't going to be a rim protector, so let him float around the perimeter and then have Giannis be my down low defender.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. It's a good fit because that he fits their biggest weakness. The thing that cost them their series immediately fixes it.
Everything that Jokic refuses to do, Giannis excels at.
Yeah, you can honestly, because I know that Giannis is used to being the 4, Jokic is used to being the 5. You might want to swap them. Like you might want to just have Giannis play the 5 and just make Jokic a 4. You know, like that might just be a better fit given their strengths.
Or even to further it, this might sound weird. Get like a Jonas Valanciunas, somebody like that. Let him be your 5. Let Giannis be your 4, and then it sounds weird, but Jokic is your 3, and he'll be pretty much primarily your ball handler, distributor, like he's always been anyway.
It's just a massive ball lineup, like the exact opposite of small ball.
Opposite of small ball, but at the same time, you look at what you got to deal with OKC having Chet at the moment and Hartenstein down there on the front court. And you look at Wemby, who's the front court all his own. So again, I'm just trying to look at how do you contend with OKC and San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, you might as well just because especially if you're losing your starting point guard, just make Jokic. Have Jokic play the 1. Well, just have all 7-footers in your lineup.
He's been their point guard, and they've had a point guard, a legitimate point guard on their roster the whole time.
Yeah,
and he was their point guard.
Yeah, so exactly. You might as well just put it on the depth chart. Yeah.
You might as well just go ahead full on convert to him as the point guard. So yeah, my thing is it was just Jamal Murray is expendable in this whole situation like a motherfucker. And so the Nuggets make sense. Other than that,
sorry to cut you off. You know who might make sense if they're trying to compete in the West? Your Lakers. What's just like we said with the Nuggets? What's their biggest weakness right now?
Yeah,
and I'm sure he would love to play for a big market with a historical franchise.
I'll be honest, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with King yet. He's a free agent.
I mean, that's true. Does that necessarily? I mean, the contract, like just how expensive LeBron is, probably might kill that. But
he's not coming back for less than 50.
Yeah,
I'm just being honest. It's going to be on paper. It's going to be like a 2-year, $120 million deal, but it's probably primarily going to be like a 1-year, 52 guaranteed. And that his second year is legit either player option or team option, whichever one they decide to do. So it's just going to look like that on. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
LeBron is not going to come for less than $50 million because my thing is Lakers history is they've always paid their older stars.
Yeah.
No matter what, they've always paid them.
Yeah.
Kobe, Magic, you can go down the line. Shaq before they traded him, but if you're an older star and you got equity in the league, they pay you, and that's what I'm concerned about. And two, if you don't bring LeBron back, well, I don't know what we got.
Yeah, I don't know what you would trade to them. I mean, you have some young players. Who was that? Not AR, that other white guy that played well for you guys for a while.
I forgot his name. Connect Four.
Yeah.
You
know, a package of him if you're willing to part with a Rui Hachimura. I don't remember how old he is.
I know. If I'm the Bucks, I need Hachimura, Austin Reeves.
Yeah, Austin Reeves.
And hella picks, and then you might throw another Owen Vanderbilt or who else?
I like Hachimura if you don't have to throw him in there.
If I'm Milwaukee, he got to come.
Okay, all right. So
Three has to be in there, and so
the two exciting whites. You got Hachimura.
got to because even though Giannis is 31, I know what I'm giving you.
Yeah,
I know what I'm giving you, and you can't just give me Austin Reeves and some draft picks and pat me on the back and say, "No, yeah, good deal." No, I need a little bit more, and I need because I need to tell my fan base that the players that I got back are young, good building blocks. I gotta sell that to my fan base.
now, you want to talk about selling tickets? A team with LeBron, Luka, and Giannis on it, you're never going to be able to afford to get a Lakers ticket as long as that roster is all together. That's an expensive ass roster, literally, and in terms of selling it to fans.
No, for real, and so I don't know. Like you said, outside of those other teams in the West, I don't see it. There's a lot of teams in the East that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I see Cleveland makes sense to me because they got to break up this guard happy shit.
Yeah. Where do you play Giannis then? Because you have Mobley. I think they rejected. I think the Cavaliers did make an offer with Mobley and they rejected it.
If I'm Milwaukee, and it's funny that you say that because I would have put Mobley in that deal. I would have had to.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I guess, like, I'm sure most teams are fine being like, oh, we're losing Mobley, but we're getting Giannis, even with the age difference. I don't know if I'm on board with that, but you could make an argument for it. So okay, you would throw him in, maybe Hunter.
Maybe Hunter.
Harden might have negative value. I don't know.
I don't. Timeout.
I would love to throw Harden in there.
Hey, listen,
take him.
It's funny that you say that because I forgot about this. Let's take a timeout on the Giannis talk. I need to say this. I don't know what the hell you are thinking. All right. There's two things that are absolutely mind puzzling to me right now. One, Kenny Atkinson, whatever the hell, and Mr. Analytics, shut the fuck up, bro. Analytics don't mean a fucking thing. Did you win or did you lose? And you lost all 4 times, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Please shut the fuck up with the analytics shit. All right, that's number one.
Yep.
And that's crazy that you about to bring Mr. Analytics back. Anyway, number two, front office of Cleveland Cavaliers. I am glad that I am not a fan of your organization because if I were, I would be campaigning to have every last one of you motherfuckers removed. Have been Mr. Gilbert. Hey, this motherfucker called me nigga. Hey man, let's force this motherfucker to sell the team now. I'm just serious. This is foolishness. You are making it a priority to bring Mr. James Harden back.
That it's crazy. It is genuinely crazy. And you know what?
Priority. They said priority.
Yeah. Yes, they did. You remember, you can vouch for this. When the trade first happened to bring in James Harden, what did I say about it?
You said, what the fuck this is?
Yeah, I said, who could foresee that making a win now move, quote unquote, for an old player for the worst winner in NBA history was not going to work out? Who could have foreseen?
Oh man, I don't know.
And I foresaw. I foresaw all of this.
I seen it coming.
Yeah, like when you make a win now move, it should, for an older player, it should probably not be the worst playoff player in NBA history. It probably shouldn't be. I think that makes sense. Cleveland agreed with me, and they got swept.
Not only that, Randy, one of the worst defenders too.
Yeah, he got Jalen Brunson ate that man's lunch money.
Oh,
Jalen picked his lunch out of his beer.
Hey, OG ate a little bit on him. Mikhail picked him out a little bit and said, Jalen, man, that dinner you got over there looking kind of tasty. Oh, give me a little taste of that. So there was a couple other people that ate off a little bit of that too. So yeah, I was kind of stunned by that. I know Karl Malone got the numbers, but I do not support pedophiles. So yeah.
Also, even without that, that's not close. Tim Duncan is fine.
Tim Duncan is Tim Duncan. People forget Tim Duncan, because his game was so boring. They forget that he literally was kind of in that transition of Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. He was in the background of all this winning championships.
Right. Tim Duncan is at worst a top 12 player in NBA history. Karl Malone is a top 50 player in NBA history. Like, this is Karl Malone has great numbers, but he never won anything. Tim Duncan won 5 times. Like, no.
Yeah, it's not even close. In my opinion, if we weren't talking about the man that he was off the court, Karl Malone, the numbers are there for sure. Man was over there feasting in Utah.
2-time MVP.
Only problem is he never got on the he never got the big one. And
speaking of all-time bad playoff players, like the drops that he had in the playoffs every single year.
Jeez.
Atrocious.
Oh my gosh. No, that is a nice transition. James Harden to Karl Malone.
Yeah.
Playoff choker to playoff choker. So I guess it makes sense. So yeah. Giannis was on obviously we don't know Giannis's next move. It can't be he can't spend no more time wasting rotting away in Milwaukee anymore. Like, let it go, bro. You've already won them a championship. You got the keys to the city. You more than likely they probably don't let you buy anything in there. Like the people will take care of it. You don't have it. Like, there's no tab. You're good anywhere you go in this city of Milwaukee. You should be. So
make sure that poor starving millionaire, the fans of a place like Milwaukee are covering his tab. How damn that's oof.
Or hey man, no.
I'm sure that does happen. It's just funny to think about.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you should never have to buy a drink in the city of Milwaukee or pay for a meal here.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. And I'm sure people do buy them shit. It's just funny. Like this average Milwaukeean. Giannis Antetokounmpo, I got it.
That's funny. I never thought of it that way. Like, hey man, we live in Milwaukee. Why don't you buy the beers, motherfucker?
Yeah, it's like we're Milwaukee, bro. We can't afford beers. Help us out.
Hey man, we're Milwaukee. Why don't you buy the cheese for us? We like some cheese curds, dog. Why don't you buy the shits for us? You got all the fucking money in the state, man.
Yeah, exactly. Single-handedly carrying their entire GDP in his pocket.
Single-handedly over here carrying the damn economy of Milwaukee in your hand, bro. Like, you can easily fix all the poverty, all the homelessness in the snap of a finger, bro. But no, the irony in that's funny. But we're just coming up with scenarios where Giannis might land. But June 1st, who knew that in the midst of a dead period in sport, for the most part on the scale, obviously there was baseball on June 1st. There was some college baseball, the women's college softball. Me and the wife was watching that. There was no Stanley Cup playoffs as the finals, as they started tonight, and there wasn't no NBA finals. So the NFL did what they do best and said, "Oh, here's a window to splash the world." And one trade was, we knew was, confirmed from Pillow Talking. That was confirmed on June 1st, as AJ Brown is officially now a New England Patriot. So we knew that was happening.
Yeah.
The other trade, on the other hand, The one that nobody saw coming, even Cleveland Browns fans, Myles Garrett is traded to the Rams. Jared Verse comes back, some picks. Did your jaw hit the fucking ground when you heard this? Because mine did.
Yeah, I thought when I first saw it, I thought that it was just like one of those like, I thought it was fake news. I thought it was a joke. I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then, I mean, okay, so I'll give my thoughts, and then you can give your thoughts on the trade. I mean, it's an A+ for the Browns. Myles Garrett has such a fat contract.
Yeah.
They really, really needed to spread that money around more in order to be competitive. Like, yes, you have the best defensive player, maybe the best. Hold on. So you have the best defensive, maybe the best player in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
And, that's great and all, but you also keep winning like 3, 4 games. Yeah, 2 games. So like, it's clearly it's not enough. You need to spread that money around. He's also in his 30s. You get what might already be a top 10 edge player in his own right.
25.
Yeah, who's young, very young. And then you get a first, a second, and a third. Now, those are probably going to be low picks. But, even then, you get a significantly younger edge player who has the potential to be a top edge player in a couple of years, and who's just won Defensive Rookie of the Year, is already really, really good. And you are also getting draft capital for him. He's still on a rookie deal, so the money situation benefits you. A+ for the Browns.
Man,
for the Rams, it's tough to discount anyone getting Myles Garrett, and if they were already the Super Bowl favorites, this really locks that in. I still don't love trading for a much older player, especially when you already had a great player at his position who was so much younger. Even if he wasn't as good, he's still really, really good. Giving up a bunch of draft capital, which again, they're going to be low picks, but I think I would give that more of a B+, because you may have clenched that you're winning the Super Bowl this year, but the team is, it's falling apart in a couple of years. 'Cause now you've aged it out, like a decent amount. I did not think that having Verse instead of Garrett was going to hold you back from winning the Super Bowl. I still thought they were the Super Bowl favorites anyway. So I don't know if you needed to do this to cinch it. So I'm going to say A+ for the Browns, B+ for the Rams. What do you think?
Man, fair. And you said something about the money part, and it's funny because I think none of this even goes down if they don't even Browns and Myles don't restructure that contract. And I think they looked at that and said, "Oh, they moving some money around," and so they're kicking some money down the road on that contract.
Yeah.
And so I think the Rams saw that and was like, maybe we can make this happen. Because I think what they were thinking was the contract that Jared Verse is probably going to be asking for. Because he's coming up.
Yeah.
And
he's coming up in what, 2 years? He still have 3 years with the 5th-year option.
Yeah. And
I know he's going to be expensive at the end of it, but you have 3 years.
Yeah, but you already know what that number is going to look like in 3 years, right?
No, I get it. But, yeah. Is it going to be that much bigger than what Myles has now? I don't know.
See, but that was kind of my point. Like, if they're looking at what Myles got now with the restructure that him and the Browns just did, and what that number is looking like, what they're going to cap hit for now and maybe the next couple of years, is probably more manageable to pay that now than pay the actual extension for Jared Verse in 3 years, which is going to be at his position going to balloon. Because these D linemen are getting paid. These D linemen are getting paid.
Yes.
And it's going to make Myles Garrett contract in 3 years looks like a puff cake.
That's true. That is true.
And I I can't confirm or deny it. I'm just looking at this from my point of view is if I'm the Rams, who obviously have operated always, man, F them picks. They've always operated like that.
Yeah, they always want to trade for
This is
proven
nothing.
guys.
This is nothing new. That
They just did it with Trent McDuffie earlier, like a month ago.
Literally, I think Jared Verse was the first pick in the first round that they've had since Les Snead has taken over, like in years.
Yeah,
Because there was a gap between Jared Verse and Jared Goff. Was the last 2 first round picks that Les Snead has ever made as Revs GM.
yeah.
He's always said F them picks. So I'm not surprised that he did it again and said F them picks. Let me go get a bona fide defensive player. And I'm with you. Obviously, 30-year-old Myles Garrett, we know what he is. We know what the dog that he is. We know,
He literally just set the 18-game season sack record.
Yes.
So like, yeah, you can't blame someone for wanting him on their football team and pairing him next to Byron Young, Kobe Turner, and Braden Fisk.
Yes.
You know, like as loaded of a defense as he was on before, with those 4 and then Trent McDuffie in the backfield.
Yep. And so they re-signed their so they get 2 of their corners in Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie can definitely be an argument at the top 5 corner right now in the league.
Yeah. Back 7. I think I said backfield, whatever. But you get what I'm saying.
I definitely get what you're saying. But they re-signed both their safeties.
Mhm.
And then you look at so Jared Verse had 4.5 and 7.5 with that unit of what the Rams have given him. What the hell is Miles going to get with that unit then?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Randy, we haven't even talked about the other elephant in the room when it comes to this Rams thing about them getting Myles Garrett. There's a possibility, and just the thought of it is crazy, that they're trying to coax Aaron Donald out of retirement to join them.
Yes.
Hello.
That would be
A cheat code.
insane. Yeah, that would be unfair. Like, he's still in crazy good shape now. Like, I've seen like his workout videos from post-retirement. Like, he's still a monster.
He's been retired for 2 full seasons now, and the guy can still look like he can still rip a quarterback's head off right now. And I'm pretty sure he can because his body hasn't taken no hits for 2 years.
A defensive line with
years?
AD and Myles Garrett feels like something out of Madden, bro. Like, that doesn't feel real.
That is, and then you add, like you said, Fisk, Young, Kobe Turner. Like, that'll be a dog of a defense. Dog. Are you serious?
They might have the best offense and best defense in the NFL after this.
You know what it's about, right? Yeah. Hey, I've been chilling at the crib for the last 2 years. Hey, man, I'll do it. But make it worth my while. Because I'm right here. I'm saying it now, Randy. There's a good possibility I think this happened. And it has to be because the Rams finally pointed up and said, all right, AD, we'll pay you the 31.
Yes.
All right, AD.
Which I don't know how they're going to be able to afford all of these contracts. Stafford gets paid a lot. Puka's coming up for his deal. Adams gets paid a lot. And then Garrett and AD, all of these very expensive deals.
You know what helped them?
And McDuffie gets paid a lot.
I know, but you know what helped them?
What?
Puka going into rehab.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Hey, Puka, by the way, thank you for doing that. Hey, we support you because your rehab stint shows that, yes, you are trying to rehabilitate yourself. You are not mentally able to be at this amount of money until we know for sure you are rehabilitated. So they don't have to give me an extension at all right now. I wouldn't. So I'm playing coy like a motherfucker. Like, hey, bro. Hey, I'm glad you went to rehab, man. We're here for you. We support you. It's probably not a good idea right now. It's just for your sake, for your mental stability. It's because we don't want you to fall off the wagon. I would play it like that, and then I say, "Hey, AD, yeah, that 30? You said 30? Yeah,
Yeah.
I found it for you."
And honestly, you know, good karma for Puka the biting the woman and saying "fuck the Jews." If that ends up costing him that much money, good. You know,
Hey,
good. Then he can go into rehab and think about what he's done, because now AD has now come back and taken his money.
hey, Randy. You know the bad time is to start acting a fool. His contract year. This motherfucker got in trouble at the Super Bowl. He having drinking issues. He getting wild at the mouth when he drunk. He's getting caught on video. Yeah, you messing up your money, dog. You messing up your bread.
Stupid.
I don't care what nobody say. You messing up your bread.
Yeah, stupid.
But AD right there stayed ready. He stayed ready.
Yes.
'Cause I
Also,
think it's
go ahead.
Because I think he saw this coming, especially the Super Bowl's where?
It's in California, right?
LA.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, I can see AD flexing. Hey, man, I'm part of the team that won the Super Bowl twice in their home stadium. Holla at your boy. I'm just saying.
But I think that, and also under talked about part of this is because we were among what was a small percentage of defenders of the Ty Simpson pick. It looks a lot better now. Like, to a lot of those people, I was, and you also agreed with me at the time, adamant that this was the right decision. They were never going to be picking anywhere near range to get a quarterback in the future. They had just traded for this pick that wasn't even theirs. A starting caliber quarterback fell into their lap. He now gets to sit behind Stafford, McVay,
MVP.
throw to Puka and Adams, maybe. Yeah, exactly. So he is you get a quarterback now. If you don't do it now, you end up like the Steelers and you're in quarterback purgatory. You're on a hamster wheel forever. Now, after this, they don't even have their first next year. When would they have replaced Matt Stafford? They're going, if they really won the Super Bowl, they'd be picking 32nd, and even that is no range to get a quarterback.
When it came close to your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. And they would have been, they're a good enough team that they probably, even after Stafford retires, they're probably not going to be picking in the top like 5 for a while. Like, so
you gotta be asked to pick in the top 5, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And even like Jared Stidham, if he's not Jared Stidham, who was the guy that they were working with before? Was it Jared Stidham?
No, Stinson Bennett.
Stinson Bennett, yeah, all of those names. Yeah, no, it's like even him with that roster probably wouldn't be picking that high. So yeah, they had to do this, and it was right. And now they can use that first for Myles Garrett because they don't need a quarterback. That issue's solved.
Yeah. No, Randy, you're right. We were on the minority about the Ty Simpson thing. I kind of think they made that move. I don't know if I can't prove it again, and I just got a gut feeling that maybe Les Snead had this Myles Garrett thing in his back pocket, and it was like, I'm gonna make this move because I got this coming.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't prove it because, again, I thought the Ty Simpson. I was with you. I thought it made perfect sense why they did it. Now with this one, you essentially move your first round pick to get Myles Garrett, and so I got my quarterback. He can sit, and I don't care what nobody say. I know you want to get there, you want to get on the field, but when you're a quarterback coming from NCAA to NFL, if you just sit 1 year just to soak it in, I think it benefits you so much better. I just think it does. And so just the quarterback position, because
we've seen that work well. We saw that work well with Mahomes.
Yes.
We saw that work well with Jordan Love.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers. Like, we've seen that work.
Yeah. And I get it. Some people had to sit because of certain circumstances, and some has to sit longer. I'm just saying in general, if you're not just getting thrown to the wolves as a rookie, playing from game one in your rookie year, it benefits you to sit. I mean, it messed up with Bryce Young. He had to sit eventually to understand. All right, cool. Not everybody is going to be your Cam Newton that can handle being thrown to the wolves.
Right.
And not everybody's going to be able to handle that situation. I mean, we can go countless of even back when I was growing up watching football, all the number one picks going into the Wolves or the quarterback picked in the first round, they got to start automatically because just being picked, you're the best quarterback on the roster. Zach Wilson, even if was the
exactly. On top of the fact that they're all on bad rosters, hence why the teams were picking that high in the first place.
High in the first place, yes. So
yeah,
hey man, I let's need fucking around playing chess, bro. Fucking around playing chess, man. He's looking like a genius right now. He really is. So
yeah. We saw the vision.
Hey man, it's crazy. It is crazy. Man, always a pleasure to be back talking sports with my guy. Hey man, even though I'm technically not rooting against your team. I just picked against your team. I'm not rooting against your team.
Right.
Just picked against. All right.
Yes.
But good luck in the finals, my brother. All right. I will not. All right. Be texting you or messaging you at all during the finals. I will let you come on to the show if you need to air out some grievances or you want to talk some shit. But I will not be messaging you because I don't want to be the blame for any bad karma or juju. All right. I will not be blamed for any damn housing of your team. All right.
Yes.
All right. The curse has been lifted. So y'all should be good. All right. So,
yes. And I will come back when it's time to talk shit. And I'll refrain until then.
No doubt. Hey man, y'all know what it is. If you need some audio needs, tap in with Brody. All right, Panther on Acid. That is on Instagram. Tap in with him right there. Other than that, y'all know where to tap in with me, AC Wildcard on the Twitter, X, whatever you call it. I.O.W Sports Network on all social media platforms. Most importantly, on the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Lets you know every time we go live, especially every Taco Tuesday, with myself and the Brody, Randy, whatever. Until then, you know what it is. Hey, man, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll be back here tomorrow night, post-finals. So after the finals goes off, I will go live. We'll recap that game one of the finals. And my prediction is that will be a Knicks victory, coming off a lot of rest and Spurs getting banged up, but that's neither here nor there. So we'll have the recap of that and any other craziness that goes down between now and the rest of the next 24 hours. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Hey man, God bless, man. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Lisaga. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card Mar. We about to